Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start the new chapter of class 10, that is probability, and that is chapter number 15 of class 10. So let's start. Okay, so first of all we'll understand that who developed the theory of probability. So it was developed by a Russian mathematician named A.N. Kolmogorov in 1933. So there are two approaches of probability, that is statistical approach and classical approach. In this chapter we will understand only the classical approach, but still I am telling you the difference between the two. The statistical approach means when we take out the probability from the grouped data or from anything that is given. But in classical approach, we take out by the classical method only, that is the favorable outcomes upon the total outcomes. Okay, so this is classical approach and we will learn about this only in this class 10. Okay, so first of all we understand what is random experiment. So if an experiment is random, if it has two conditions, that first, that it has more than one possible outcomes, it means that it should not have only one outcome, like I have one thing and that will only come. So this will not be random experiment. And secondly, it is not possible to predict the outcome in advance, like we have coin, right? One side it is tail and one side it is head. Okay, so we cannot predict whether head will come or tail will come. Also there are more than one possible outcomes, so the tossing of coin can be known as a random experiment. Okay, the types of events are two, that is impossible and sure event. What is impossible event? The empty set is called impossible event. In easy words you can say when there is no chances of that outcome. Like I say, what is the probability of getting 7 in a dice? We know that in dice we have 1 to 6 numbers, not more than that, not less than that. So it is impossible event because no outcome is there. And sure event is called, the whole sample space is called a sure event, or in easy words, when we know the event in advance. Okay, like for example, today is Wednesday, right? So I can say that tomorrow will be Thursday, right? So this is sure event because surely tomorrow will be Thursday, right? Now we will learn about the coin probability. So this is a formula. You have to multiply or do the raise to the power, like I have here one coin only, right? So how many chances I am having? Only I will get head or I will get tail. So these are only the outcomes, only two outcomes. Okay, now in this you can see that I have two coins. First I can get head, I can get head tail, I can get tail head or tail. Okay, so I have four outcomes, but it is very difficult to know if we are given that how many outcome will be there in if we have three coins, right? So it will be difficult to remember, right? So we have a easy formula that, like I have two coins here, so I can do the raised to power of 2. So I can write like 2n. Here n is number of coins I am having, right? Like here I am 2, so I will write 2 raised to power 2, that is 4. So I will having a 4 outcomes. Now in the next you can see that I have 3 coins, so I can write like 2 raised to power 3, that will be 8. So I will be having 8 outcomes. And what are the 8 outcomes? Head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, head, and tail. So these are total 8 outcomes, and we can tell by putting this formula 2 raised to power n, okay, where n is the number of coins, right? Now about dice. In one dice, as we were doing in coin 2 raised to power n, here we will do 6 raised to power n, right? Like I am having only one dice, right? So 6 raised to power 1, that will be 6. So it means that I will be having total 6 outcomes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next, if I am having 2 dice, what will happen then? So I will write 6 raised to power 2, that is 36. So I will be having total 36 outcomes. Like here it is 1 1, then here this and this 1 2, this and this 1 3, so on. I will get here 6 6. This is 6 and this is 6. So here 6 6, and you can see the total outcomes. Here in row there are 6, in there are 6. So we will multiply and we will get 36 outcomes. Right, now this is very important in the chapter probability, that is card, and this is very easy also, but it is very important to remember. Okay, so in a deck of card, deck means a bunch of cards. We have 52 cards total. 52 cards are in total, out of which 26 cards are black card and 26 cards are red card. Okay, black card consists of two types of card, that are spade and club, and red cards consist of two, that is diamond and heart. Spade has 13 cards, club has 13 cards, diamond has 13 cards, heart has 13 cards. And what are these 13 cards? 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, ace, jack, queen and king. Okay, so these are total 13 cards. Right, understood? So again, now let's understand that we have total 52 cards total. Right, so 52 cards are divided into 2, 26 and 26. 26 are black card and 26 are red card. Black card consists of 2, spade and club. Red card consists of 2, diamond and heart. And now we have divided 26 into 13 and 13. So 13 cards of spade, 13 cards of club, 13 clubs of diamond, 13 of heart. And these 13 cards are 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, ace, jack, queen and king. Okay, now you have to understand that J, Q and K, these are known as face cards. Right, while ace, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 are called number cards. Right, so there are two types of cards, that are number cards and face cards. Now here we are having 3 face card in each. In heart I am having 3 face card, in diamond I am having 3 face card, in club I am having 3 face card, and in spade I am having 3 face card. So total I have 12 face cards. Okay, and also I can divide this 13 into 10 plus 3 and all of them 10 plus 3 10 plus 3. How? Because 3 are face card and 10 are number cards. So total number cards are 40. Right, now let's move on. Here we can see the cards. These are of diamond cards. Okay, 13. There are 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, then ace, then jack, queen and king, where jack, queen and king are face cards and ace, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 are number cards. Face cards are 3 in each and number cards are 10 in each. Okay, okay, so you can see here joker, queen, jack, queen, king and ace. Okay, these are of diamond cards. Now here's comes our question. Okay, so first question, 2 dice are thrown at the same time, find the probability of getting first the same number on both sides and second different number on both sides. So how we will do it? First of all, we will find out how many total outcomes are there. We know that in dice, how many dice we are having, we use the formula 6 to the power n. So we have having 2 dice, so 6 to the power 2, that is 36. So total number of outcomes are 36. Now what will we do? Now they are asking for same number. So whatever favorable outcomes, we know the total outcome 36. Now what are favorable outcomes? As they are saying same number, so it can be 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, and 6 6. So how many total favorable outcomes are now there? That are 1 2 3 4 5 6. So favorable outcomes are 6 and total number of outcomes are 36, right? Now we know the total number of outcomes and favorable outcomes. Now we will use the formula of probability, that is favorable number of outcomes upon total number of outcomes, right? Now how many were favorable outcomes? That were 6 and total number of outcomes were 36. So now I will get 1 upon 6. It means that probability of getting the same number on both the dice are 1 by 6. Okay, and you don't need to further change into decimal because probability is always in the fraction form. Now the second, different numbers on both sides. Now they are asking for different numbers. So first of all, we know total outcomes are 36 because we have 2 dice and different numbers. Okay, so first of all, how do I find the different numbers? That is total number minus same number, right? Now total is 36 and how much were the how much were the same number on both sides? That were 6, right? Because we want different number, we will subtract the same number, so I will get 30. So 30 will be different number on both dice. So these are our favorable outcome, right? So we know total number of outcomes 36 and favorable number of outcomes, that is 30. Now we will use the formula of probability, that is favorable outcomes upon total outcomes. Now favorable outcomes are our 30 and total are 36, and when we will subtract it, I will get 5 upon 6. So the probability of that I will get different number on both sides are 5 by 6. Now our next question. One card is drawn from well shuffled deck of 52 cards. So they are given that 52 cards are there in the deck of cards. Calculate the probability that the card will be an ace and not be an ace. Okay, so any one card is drawn, right? So total outcomes are 52, right? And favorable outcomes. Now how many ace are there? We know that in each, that is spade, club, diamond and heart, these have one ace each, right? So I have total 4 ace. So favorable outcomes are 4, and using the formula of probability, I will get favorable outcomes upon total. So favorable are 4 upon total is 52, and after solving you get 2 upon 2 6, then 1 upon 30. So this is the probability probability of getting an ace after taking out the one card, right? Now secondly, they are asking not be an ace. If it will not be an ace, so it can be 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 jack, queen and king, right? So these will be there if it will not be an ace. We have cut the ace, right? So these are total 1 9 10 11 12. So 12 in each. We have 4, that is spade, club, diamond and heart. So 12 from spade, 12 from club, 12 from diamond and 12 from heart, and it will give us total 12 4 is 48. So this is our favorable outcome, right? And we know the formula, that is probability is equal to favorable outcomes upon total outcomes, and favorable are 48 and total are 52, and after solving you will get 12 upon 13. So the probability that you will not get an ace from a well shuffled or 52 cards, then it is 12 upon 13. Understood? So that is for today. Thank you for watching.